actually not only conserves energy from using automatic doors, but it actually creates energy for the mills.
For 100 years, Pendleton has been a big part of Oregon's history. Actually, it was named after a city in Oregon.
Right now, I'm standing outside the Pendleton corporate office in Portland, Oregon, waiting to talk with Vice President John Bishop so we can ask him a few questions. Most importantly, we are interested in talking to him about the Hood River jacket that Pendleton makes.
Hi, Mr. Bishop. Thank you for meeting with us. We are interested in knowing many things about your company, especially when it comes to environmental sustainability, what Pendleton does for the community, and how your products fit into them.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you for your questions. I'll try to answer them appropriately to the best of my knowledge. From what I understand, you had a chance to look around the office and home store today. Did you see our environmentally friendly fabrics?
Yes, we did. We also saw the revolving door that generates electricity. It shows that you care. I would like to start with the process of wool and your company's history. What can you tell me about that?
Great idea. Pendleton has been making woolen products for 100 years now. Our first mill was in Pendleton, Oregon in 1909. It was my great-great-grandparents that started the company. I am proud to be a part of it still today.
That is great.
There are 5 steps in making wool: dyeing, carding, spinning, weaving, and finishing. The carding process combs and aligns fibers in preparation for spinning. During spinning, strands of fibers are extended and twisted to form yarns. Then, high-speed looms interlace the yarns into woven cloth.
That is very interesting.
Since wool has such a unique texture, it goes through a fulling process that uses controlled shrinkage to make it softer and more compact. The material also passes through other finishing procedures such as washing, shearing, pressing, napping, and inspection before production is complete.
This is Pendleton's selection of a totally environmentally friendly wool blanket. So they use 100% environmentally friendly dyes. So that's a different dyeing process than the standard Pendleton products. These are a selection of the colors of environmentally friendly wools that they come in.
Welcome to the home of Pendleton. Here we have the marketing and sales and retail division of Pendleton. As you can see off to the left, there's the advertisements. And these advertisements are recycled and reused, thus keeping it sustainable throughout and providing back to the local economy. Since Pendleton is located in the Portland region with all the mills located around it also. So at the Pendleton store, they use catalogs, various forms of catalogs and marketing, such as this bed and table furniture, to portray the distinct features of the Pacific Northwest and creating this local economy. So we see down there's one of their many different catalogs, and this is a use of paper in one sense. So the marketing and retail division of Pendleton, up until the 1980s, they sold only their products through specialty stores and other stores. Since then, 1980, they made this home store, which was the first store, and then since then they've expanded to now they have over 100 stores throughout the country and also out of the country. Pendleton also employs a fleet of trucks through 3 distribution centers located, 1 in Nebraska and 2 in Oregon. Each truck from a test trip between Oregon Distribution Center to the Nebraska Center roughly spews out 750 tons of CO2 every time. Pendleton's internet site does provide a convenient, accessible, and sustainable method of buying Pendleton products worldwide. and they have an extensive online catalog. Therefore, the customers are not required to flip through the 92 pages of the printed catalog, saving trees and paper.
Here we are at the House of Vintage. Every year, tons and tons of clothes get thrown into America's landfills. What do but sit there and rot, taking up our landfill space and polluting our environment. So we're going to come inside and check out the amazing clothes that we can find for amazing deals. Come on.
Let's do it.
So here we are in the House of Vintage. For our research project, we were studying the Pendleton jackets. And yes, I did happen to find one here in the vintage shop. Boom. The fleece lining. It's a very nice jacket, all nice and cozy warm. And check this out. $33. Now tell me, where are you going to beat that price? Plus, there are no additional production costs on the environment or society, so this jacket has 2 lives now. Isn't that great? So there are many places around the city and all over the country you can drop clothes off. Places like the Goodwill and Value Village have drop-off locations. And also come pick your clothes up. The cool things about these places is that they employ people who might not be able to be employed other places. So you're creating an economy for people who are less fortunate, and also you're providing cool gear for people like me who like to go to vintage shops and check cool stuff out. I mean, look at this dress. Isn't that just sweet? The cool thing about places like this is even though a lot of these clothes might not be sold all the time, all these clothes will be used eventually. They'll be exported to different countries and be used as clothing there, or they'll be turned into something else that we can use, like filling for the seats in your cars, or insulation for buildings, or for carpets. So there are multiple uses for your clothing. So instead of just throwing them away, you can set up a booth here at the House of Vintage, or you could drop it off at the Goodwill, and you're doing a couple great things for the environment. Ah.